Hi there, from the very final day of daily operations here at Disney's Magic Kingdom. I wanted to come to Magic Kingdom today for a very short stint of time to do a one-take walk-around experience of Magic Kingdom. Are you ready for that? Because we're doing it. Here we go. So the parade just ended, the Festival of Fantasy parade, and I am going to fight this crowd, I suppose, on my way into the park. Everybody's kind of coming out of this entrance and exit, so I'm going to opt to go around and then in through the other side. I have not done a one-take video in kind of a while, and I thought it was most appropriate to do it today because today is the very final day of Magic Kingdom being open, of every single Walt Disney World theme park being open, as well as Universal and Islands of Adventure, as well as SeaWorld and so many other theme parks and experiences because of the coronavirus, COVID-19. This is going to be a very interesting walk around Magic Kingdom just because of so few factors. Probably the one that's most relevant for people that work at Disney is that yesterday Disney terminated all college program cast members as well as interns, anybody that was expendable to Disney, and it wasn't anything personal, it was more about what was practical at the time to do, and it makes sense. It's a little bit sad. Let's see if I can get inside real quick. This hallway always intimidates me. Okay, I'm inside Magic Kingdom, and you can tell that the parade just ended. It's the ending swell of the music. So, way over there's a massive amount of what I'm assuming are Disney College Program cast members that probably watched the end of the parade. It's a very, very emotional day for them because they were terminated without any forewarning whatsoever. They received an email notification that they needed to vacate their housing here at Disney within about 3 or 4 days, and they had to oblige by that. There are plenty of cast members, college program cast members, that were not under Disney housing. They had their own housing situation, so I can't even imagine what all of them are going through over there, but yeah, you can definitely see there's a huge, huge crowd. This is a very, very complicated and hard time at the theme parks, and it's emotional. I decided to do a one-take today, mostly because I didn't want to be in here that long, because there are plenty of people that may even correctly have the assumption that coming to a theme park is a little bit irresponsible, a little bit reckless, unnecessary, contributing to the problem, which is, sorry, probably true, but I just wanted to come to the theme parks today to just come to the theme parks and enjoy them before I would not be here today whatsoever if there was any kind of indication to me that I was potentially sick, that I could have contributed to the problem in the sense of giving something to somebody that I know, or I don't know. I'm fully well aware of my health situation and my specific conditions moving forward, that I felt comfortable coming here today for a short amount of time, and it's unfortunate that I have to defend that and that I have to kind of give a disclaimer in that fashion, but it is necessary, and there is a lot of truth in the social distancing that right now I'm definitely not partaking in, but I'm going to be in and out as soon as possible. But I'm going to try to focus on the good stuff, because right now I've pretty much just been talking about everything negative, from the termination of the Disney College Program kids to myself being at risk here and risking the health of others, and it's hard. This is a complicated situation. Again, right now I'm heading down Main Street here towards the castle, because look at that beautiful castle. They have started their project of repainting it, and well, I guess just repainting it. They're going to put some gold trim all over that. It is very hard to navigate down Main Street, as you've probably been well aware of so far. These kinds of videos are fun to do, but they're also kind of hard to do, just for that factor, and I probably could have waited a little bit longer for the parade to end, but here we are. I'm committing to it, and we're doing it. I can't tell if it's showing up on camera, but the the blue of the castle, the roof, I suppose, of each of the turrets. It is much more vibrant, much more blue. They're giving kind of like a subtle pink tint to the castle, a rose gold, I believe, tint, as well as the gold that they're going to be adding probably to the turrets. It's going to look good, and I guess we'll kind of see what ends up happening with the closure of the theme parks. As far as to if that process is going to be continuing, it's hard to know. There's the Main Street Philharmonic. I'm going to go straight to the parade. I'm going to go straight to the castle, I think, currently. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna head around the castle because it looks like they put up the rope for the friendship fair that should be happening here within a little bit. Just walking around, I can tell that the park is the majority of people here today are probably going to be the Disney College Program kids who, as of tomorrow, don't have a job at Disney anymore, which is just so sad. Okay, I can already tell. You can kind of tell the difference between this turret right here and then the castle itself. It is just much more royal blue comparatively to that turret. All right, I guess I'll head in this direction. Why not? I always feel the need to continue talking as I'm doing this, even though I don't really have much of an agenda to talk about other than what I've already said. Trying to pointlessly defend myself for just being here today before I can't for the next couple weeks. But again, one other thing that I wanted to mention is I would not have come here today as well if it was not incredibly convenient, because I was right next to Magic Kingdom working today, so I decided to pop on in, just walk around, do a one-take lap around the park, and then head on out. Which is still probably going to get some criticism, some due criticism. I honestly deserve it, I guess. Here's the bridge over to Tomorrowland. Let's see, maybe I should go along the path over there, the Merida line. What I hope is also kind of interesting is you can tell the parts of this video that if I was actually vlogging this experience, you can tell where I would cut it out, and you can tell where I would probably try to say something again or show something again, so it wasn't incredibly awkward and I wasn't dealing with crowds and people and flubbering my words. This is where Merida meets, right over here. I'm heading up this path to get a beautiful view of that castle. Oh wow, you can really see it on the sides. It's a little bit backlit. It's a lot backlit, actually. I'm trying to try out the prospect of if I don't have anything to say, maybe I just shouldn't say anything at all. It's working out pretty good so far. Whew. Some shade. This is pleasant. That was Cosmic Rays way back there. Can you kind of see the subtle tinting of the castle, the pink? Let me step into the shade over here. See if it pops a little bit more. I'm gonna zoom in.
I know. You should try it.
What do you think? Yeah, that is pretty obvious right there. I'm pretty sure the topmost turrets have yet to be painted as far as the blue goes, but there it is. They're actually doing this a lot faster than I thought that they would, so props to them. Okay, moving back into Fantasyland. It is hot today. Let me tell you what. I feel bad capturing some moments that are probably a little bit more private than they'd want to be public, because a lot of people are their lives were just uprooted here at Disney within moments notice, and they have to adjust to that. It's incredibly unfortunate, and I really hope that Disney's able to recover from this financially. I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, I think I'm gonna swing back around to Tomorrowland. I was pretty interested in the wait times so far. It looks like over here to meet the princesses, it's about a 20-minute wait for each side where you can meet the princesses. I'm curious to see what Space Mountain looks like, because again, being the final day, the crowds may not be as bad today, or maybe they will be bad because everybody's here today to experience and explore the parks one last time before they can't. But it's hard to gauge these things when the parade ends, because everybody's in the hub area on Main Street and then they flock to the rides, so the consistency is kind of all over the place. Looks like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a 60-minute wait. That's kind of reasonable comparatively to what it could be around here. Chances are, if I mess up what I'm saying or if I suddenly don't make sense, it's because somebody just stopped in front of me or ran over my foot or something. Or maybe I shouldn't even blame that at all. Maybe I just can't get myself together with what I'm trying to say. Winnie the Pooh is a 25-minute wait. That one usually has kind of a long line. Right over there are Pooh and Tigger. That's where you can, meet them. Keep almost running into people. It's embarrassing. Okay, swing back this way. Pooh and Tigger are probably pretty popular with the college program kids today, I'd imagine. Okay, let's see what kind of a wait time Space Mountain has. My hand is already getting very cramped from holding this for over 10 minutes. But it's worth it. Here's the bridge over to... Oh, that's where I just came from, because that's where you can meet Merida, right over there. The circus is back in that direction, which I'll loop back and check out here in a little bit. I mentioned a while ago that I wanted to come to Magic Kingdom and just film it and not talk, and it was something that I was very close to committing to for this video, but I thought it was kind of imperative to give a disclaimer for why I'm here today and what the point of being here is, and recognize that I potentially shouldn't be here, but embracing it anyway for the sake of, I don't even know, just not giving into the fear-mongering quite yet. This is a very serious situation with coronavirus. I'm taking it very seriously. I've said it before in a couple videos, I think, that I've taken all the preventative measures, and I don't know, I'm optimistic for the future. I'm aware of the social distancing that many people are utilizing, I guess, during this time period, which I will absolutely be committing to after the parks are closed. I have nothing else to really do for the next couple weeks, so I will be hanging out at my apartment with the exception of maybe checking out Disney Springs, maybe City Walk if they're open, if I feel safe and comfortable doing so. A lot of this is contingent and dependent upon a lot of factors. The resorts are going to be open. I don't know, this is kind of an odd time. Are you enjoying my repetitiveness already? Maybe you've already shut off the audio for this and you're just enjoying a walk around Magic Kingdom. If so, I guess that's fine. I'm so offended, not really. Let's see, looks like Buzz Lightyear is a 30-minute wait. That's kind of long. Interesting, but the parade did just end again, which can affect the wait times. There's the bridge down to Main Street way over there. Now what's kind of interesting is that the People Mover has not been operating for a little bit. All the cars are currently not filled, they are unoccupied. That's a little bit sad. I think there's a sign over here too saying that the People Mover is currently not operating today. Or at least that's what's been happening recently, unless they just had a situational problem today. Yep, there it is over there. Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover is not operating at this time. Well, that's a bummer. I really hope this does not go the way of Disneyland's People Mover, because that would be quite unfortunate. Let's go see what Space Mountain is looking like. My camera overheated and turned off, so I had to turn it back on again. So is this still a one take, or is it a two take now? You be the judge of that. I'm gonna still consider it kind of a one take because I'm trying to be completely unedited, walking around and flubbering every single thing that I say. It's so embarrassing. It's very weird without the kinetic movement of the People Mover walking around. Okay, Space Mountain. Let's see what we're looking like over here. Wow, Space Mountain's a 25-minute wait. That's pretty incredible. Okay. There's the Tron construction back there, which hopefully isn't affected by this closure or this allocation of budgeting and finances that the parks are about to be susceptible to. There's the castle way over there. You can't probably tell on the camera, but the rose gold, the pink tinting again, it's very, very obvious, even from this far away. And they did the back of the castle, which I wonder why they haven't done the front of the castle. Huh. Maybe they have, but I wasn't paying too much attention. Looks like the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover is still going over here. Whew. Tell you what, it is hot. It's hot today. I think it's about 90 degrees or so, and it's supposed to get a little bit hotter. I don't know the specifics of the coronavirus in terms of how it's been responding to heat, but I don't know if it's anything like the common cold, and hopefully the Florida heat will start to diminish the impact of it. But again, I'm not sure about the responsiveness of that, or how it responds to heat. I don't think it's been very majorly affected by heat, which is definitely a bummer. But time will tell. Tomorrowland Speedway is a 10-minute wait. It's not bad at all. This video, by the way, is not to point out how low the wait times are when there's a national pandemic, because that would be inconsiderate and just inappropriate, I think, to do. It's not me walking around and being like, whoa, look, it's only a 10-minute wait. You gotta come to Disney World when there's a national pandemic and everything is closing because people are getting incredibly sick and the mortality rate is just insurmountable. Other countries are closing their doors. No, that's not what I'm trying to do today. I'm just here. I guess that's kind of it. I'm just here to walk around, show what it looks like, see what it looks like for myself, and head on out. I think later on tonight, Brennan and I are going to be going to SeaWorld, which that's also something I feel guilty about, going to SeaWorld on its last day of operation before it closes. But an open air environment may be fine as long as we're very careful with how we handle our hygiene there. There's Seven Dwarfs. I don't see a train on it currently. I'm hearing it.
Please slow down and do not strike.
Okay, let's see what the circus is looking like back here. Out of curiosity, because I did definitely, yeah, it was a decision to come here to make this video, to decide to open myself up to that kind of criticism and insensitivity. Is this something that you would do? Would you go to Disney on the final day of operations because the parks are still open and it's a preventative measure? So the parks are closing in preparation for this virus? Or are you the type to immediately opt to stay home? Social distancing and all that, that's just something that I'm kind of curious about as I slowly head into the probably one of the hottest parts of Magic Kingdom because it's so hot over here. Dumbo's a 15-minute wait over there. Okay.
What time is it?
I tell you what, that splash station back there is very tempting. Everybody's running around getting splashed or misted. And it looks like Barnstormer is a 5-minute wait. That's not bad. And it looks like the Tron building is pretty much all sealed up back there. It's very odd to see, just having before there been nothing back there other than trees. Well, there it is. Guess I'll make a lap around the splash and soak area. Looks like the train is parked over here now in the Fantasyland station instead of in front of the park. Okay. Alright, swinging around the splash area. Back there you can meet Donald and Daisy and Goofy and Minnie. I'm pretty positive. Let's see, I'm gonna try to go the long way, I guess. I don't showcase all these kids in their swimsuits running around. Looks like Minnie and Daisy have a 10-minute wait and Donald and Goofy have a 20-minute wait. Cool. Are you still with me right now? Certainly hope so. I get so self-conscious about how much I just kind of blather on in these kinds of videos. But then I just feel weird if I just didn't say anything at all, so I end up talking a lot and it's very unnecessary, but I do it. And then I get in everybody else's way because I just do that somehow. Even though I'm walking where I'm going, I'm not even looking through the viewfinder, I'm just walking along. I still somehow get in front of somebody or I block somebody from trying to go somewhere. It's rough, that theme park life. Okay, gonna head around Fantasyland and I guess into Liberty Square, Frontierland, Adventureland, check those out as well. And then make it back to the front of the park to end my one-take video. Fairly confident that the wait time back here is going to be pretty minimal because it is even during a busy day at Disney. So on a not so busy day, it's probably going to be a very reasonable wait time, I'm assuming. Man, I wish it wasn't so boiling hot. It's also probably contributing to my inability to form sentences or make points. I feel like I've tried to address the coronavirus situation and why I'm here multiple times, but I haven't really nailed it as far as the justification. Maybe I just don't have one. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just doing something dumb for the sake of doing it. But I'd like to think that there's a little bit more precaution and awareness. Okay, Little Mermaid. I'm gonna guess it's a 5-minute wait. And it's a 10-minute wait. Ah, so embarrassing. This is one of my favorite ride facades in all of Magic Kingdom probably. Okay. There's the Beast's Castle, there's Gaston's Tavern. There's Gaston himself, right over there. He moved, he used to be kind of back over there, now he's right over here. And now we're back into the sun. Nice and beautiful and backlit. If my camera turns off again, I apologize. It probably will because this tends to overheat. Which it can either do because the camera's been recording for too long or because of the actual temperature. And right now I've got both going on, so I understand. There's Be Our Guest, which might actually be accepting walk-ups right now because I've heard dining is very, very quiet today. Here comes Mine Train. Are they coming around the corner? There they are. I wonder if there are any college program kids. I'm calling them kids like I'm 45. I'm about to be 28, so I guess they're not really kids, but I'm starting to get a little bit older than my college year peers. Okay, so I made it back to the center hub over here. Oh, there's the fairy godmother. That's fun. Okay, gonna head around the carousel. Whew. What a warm day today. I keep saying that, I'm sorry. I'm just pretty much vocalizing all the thoughts that I have in my head, so now you know how I think because I'm just kind of saying them out loud. Because I guess if you're still here at this point, then you're gonna be here for a little bit longer until the end of the video, I'd like to assume. If not, I get you, I understand. Something else, I guess, that I should probably address about, you know, going to Epcot, going to Universal, going to Disney, potentially going to SeaWorld tonight, which I think we are gonna end up doing. Well, I lost my train of thought. I meant to say something about, oh yes, I'm not doing it for the sensationalism of being that vlogger that goes to the theme parks on the last day of operation for the sake of the views, for the sake of any of that. I am here, and why I do videos is always going to be because I want to, because it's something that I am interested in, and it's something that I want to come back and look back on later. So there's that. Maybe that's a little bit too prideful, but I don't work like that. I'm not a clickbait kind of a guy. So switching back to the purpose of me being here, look at this. So many walls around It's a Small World. Peter Pan's flight has a 35-minute wait. Wow, that is not bad at all. Like, really not bad at all. This is a little bit weird, but I'm pretty sure that there's still... Yeah, it looks like the line is over there for It's a Small World. Okay, heading around the tangled bathroom area over to Haunted Mansion. A little bit of shade. Sounds nice. I'm gonna, there we go this way.
Small World, Bev. Wait a minute, why is the line out?
When I used to work over here around Magic Kingdom, people would wonder all the time where the ride was over here, and it's just a bathroom. They'd see the area, they'd see the tower, and they'd be like, where's the ride? There is no ride, just a potty. Speaking of the tower, looking beautiful. Okay, Haunted Mansion. Now this ride has actually been having some issues fairly recently. It's been down for a little bit. Is it still down? Doesn't look like there's anybody getting in line. Yeah, it's currently, well no, it's posting a 30-minute wait, but nobody's going inside. So maybe that's a temporary thing though, because they usually get these rides back open pretty quickly. Okay, over by Columbia Harbor House now. That would take me back over to Fantasyland, so I've officially made it to Liberty Square. So Tomorrowland and Fantasyland, two of the biggest lands, all done. Phew. Someplace that I've not been in a while is over on Tom Sawyer Island. It's one of my favorite places to go, and I just haven't had the chance to make it over there, but makes it all the more enjoyable of an experience whenever I get to hop on a raft over there. Maybe Brennan and I will play a scavenger hunt on there or capture the flag or something fun in a little bit. That's always something we've been wanting to do. Okay. Here's the entrance into Liberty Square, a bridge that would lead back over to the hub. Pretty quiet, just got Sleepy Hollow over there in the Hall of Presidents. The Liberty Bell. And Tom Sawyer Island. I always get surprised because people all the time say that they've never been to Tom Sawyer Island or they've gone maybe once. I find that incredible and hard to believe. I know that there's, if you're here on a time crunch, there's more important things that you maybe want to do. I understand, but you've got to go tomorrow. You've got to go to Tom Sawyer Island. Okay. Gonna head down the little bridge over here into the back of Frontierland and then probably come back through Adventureland, I guess. Probably a reasonable course of action. It's kind of interesting. I've been kind of self-diagnosing myself in how I vlog. For the most part, I always say it's kind of interesting a lot. I start pretty much every clip with okay, or so, or a combination of the both, of the two of them. And usually, if I mess up, like just then, I would restart a clip, just so I don't get too overwhelmed with what I'm trying to say. I have this, I'll call it a thing, where if I mess something up, it kind of messes me up. If I trip over myself, then that's it. I fall down the stairs verbally, so I tend to start things over quite a lot. Ah, my camera did it again. It started over. So that's a 3-take walk around Magic Kingdom. Really kind of adding these up, aren't I? What was I saying? Probably something that didn't matter and didn't make a lot of sense, as usual. I like videos to be as succinct as possible. That's why I kind of talk a lot. That's why I'm pretty particular about the words that I use and why I don't really stutter that often. Maybe I do, actually, but I don't know. I want to come across in a certain way that when I make these kinds of videos that they're worth watching and they're informed. So that's just how it works, because I don't think you have a lot of time for ums and I don't know, just having to readdress things that I say, and of course here I am talking about them anyway, so I guess that's how that works. There's the rafts over to Tom Sawyer Island. Let's watch a boat come down here. It's always fun to see. Last time I was here, they had a refurbishment going on for Splash Mountain, so it's up and running now, so that's good.
You want to call your mom and tell her?
Okay, gonna keep it moving over to Big Thunder Mountain. Really swimming upstream now. Yikes. Okay, let's see if I can navigate all this. There we go. Okay, interested to see what kind of a wait time Big Thunder has and Splash Mountain. They're probably going to be a couple of the more popular rides today. Splash Mountain probably has kind of a wait time because it is just hot. There, I said it again. Tom Sawyer closes at 6 o'clock, so that's pretty late, thanks to daylight savings. Okay, Splash Mountain is a 70-minute wait. Wow, it's like the longest wait in the park currently, and then Big Thunder is a 55-minute wait. These are a couple of the more iconic rides back here, so it's pretty understandable. Okay, I guess it's time to head back through Adventureland and then back out the front of the park just so I can spend my 30 minutes here that I was intending to stay here. I feel a little bit more comfortable about spending a little bit longer at SeaWorld tonight, but Magic Kingdom, everybody's gonna be here. I had a sentence there and I lost it. I get distracted about the amount of people that are walking around. There we go. Wow, that was fun, right? Okay, made it across the bridge, past all the strollers. It's probably one of the biggest nightmares I have about theme parks, are just strollers everywhere. They're necessary, it's a theme park, obviously, but whew, is it hard to get around. Okay. I can't imagine the Pirates would have that long of a wait time unless people were just trying to get inside and get out of the sun, which actually sounds pretty good right now. But no rides for me today, not for a little bit. If I'm not gonna do social distancing until I have to, then shoot, I might as well just avoid the lines. It's the least I can do. Something that is, it's also been kind of weighing on my mind kind of a little bit, is that a lot of people, especially in the bubble that I surround myself with, to them, closing theme parks is one of the biggest, most inconvenient situations that they could find themselves in, which is a little bit selfish, I think, because there are so many worse things going on around the world and people that are impacted by this in such a negative way, that these are just theme parks and they're still going to be here. Looks like Pirates of the Caribbean is closed currently, but there's a big line waiting outside. I think it's just surprising in the fact that it is just so unprecedented, because these theme parks have been around. Disneyland has never ever closed in the 65 plus years that it's been open. It's closed for a few times due to, I believe, 9/11 and earthquakes. Disney's closed a handful of times for hurricanes and 9/11, but again, that's been for a day or a couple days. This is going to be 2.5 weeks, and these parks, as well as every single international Disney World park, it's a little bit scary, and it's less scary, I think, because the parks are closing, and almost for the just implications of how that's going to impact the company and the branches of the company, the subsidiary companies, just financially and economically. It's going to be a long road ahead. I think a lot more people are kind of concerned and scared about just the impact of this virus more than the virus itself. Jungle Cruise, sorry, has a 40-minute wait. That's pretty good. Recently there was a boat over here that sank, and I used to work at Jungle Cruise. That does not happen that often, but luckily really never happens, honestly, but they were able to get everybody out of that boat safe and sound. They reopened and it was good to go. Now, water is not very deep whatsoever. A little bit dirty, but if your head goes underwater, then I think they suggest you get a tetanus shot, but nothing absolutely monumentally crazy about it. There's the magic carpets of Aladdin. Feels like this walk is taking me twice as long as it normally does, probably because I'm just kind of slowly inching along, because it's just, I'll say it one more time, it's so hot. There, I said it. Walking past the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse over here. This one probably has a pretty long wait time. Just kidding, it doesn't look like there's really anybody in there at all. This is the breezeway that would connect you over to Frontierland. Okay. Oh. Always gotta love the people that stop, right? But it's okay, because unlike me, they are probably confused about the orientation of the park and they need to figure out where they're going, so it's okay. You're allowed to stop at a theme park. it just gets situationally frustrating. Almost made it out of Adventureland. Looks like the line to get a cold float over here is pretty long, almost extends over to Club 33. This is Club 33 right here. And here's the Adventureland Bridge. The castle off in the distance over there does not look like it's rose gold on the front yet. Maybe they're making sure that it looks good before they put it on the front. Over there is Crystal Palace. It's where you can meet Tigger and Pooh and Piglet and Eeyore. It does not look very busy in there at all. Oh, it sounds like the end of the Royal Friendship Fair. Maybe I'll go try to catch the end of that. This is the bridge that would connect over to Crystal Palace. Way over there you can see a green fence. Allegedly they are building a kind of another bypass like they have over there. They're building one over here for those really, really busy Magic Kingdom nights. So instead of going down Main Street, you're gonna have two different ways to exit the park. So I think they're trying to make that look nice and thematic. Okay. I'm gonna miss this place. I've definitely gone more than 2 weeks without visiting Magic Kingdom, but just it's odd, you know. It's like when you're told you can't have a cookie, that's when you really want a cookie. And I think that kind of happens here in this case, where I'll be okay with not going to Magic Kingdom for a while, but as soon as I can't, that's when I want to. How immature does that sound? I can't tell you how many college program kids are probably watching this. Probably quite a lot. Yep, there is no rose gold on the front of the castle. Just the last couple turrets up there need to be painted blue. And then I guess they'll start with the gold, which I guess they're actually kind of started to do up there a little bit. The gold trim. This is gonna look cool when it's done, and maybe it will be by the time the parks reopen. There's Walt's statue over there. I guess I'm heading back down Main Street. The fireworks are probably gonna go off here in a little bit. Here's the entrance to Tomorrowland. The People Mover's still not going, and they're still doing some refurbishments along the sides of the People Mover over there.
Oh, Mickey, it's really
Whew. What a day, I tell you what.
discovering new trees.
That's an adventure.
Very beautiful day.
Try something new.
I'm having this sweetie good time. You wait.
I'm just listening to everything that they're saying on the stage right now, and it's pretty impactful and relevant to a lot of people right now. I'm pretty sure displaced by the current situation in Magic Kingdom. They're still giving out hand sanitizer in a lot of parts of the Magic Kingdom. I haven't really been showing them, but at the entrance there were cast members stationed that were just giving out squirts of hand sanitizer. Hopefully it's a little bit easier to get down Main Street because the parade didn't just end. I'm just taking in everything on Main Street here, just paying attention to how each building is architecturally different and a different color. The awnings, the lights, the lampposts. Definitely makes Main Street such a classic experience, just walking around and enjoying yourself. It's gonna be a weird time here the next couple weeks. I do wonder about the coming weeks and the sense of just how that's going to impact the crowds. Are more people gonna come here once the parks reopen? Is it gonna be kind of a smaller trickle? Sounds like the fireworks are going off right now. Well, they're about to go off. Now they're about to go off. Never mind. No fireworks. Okay. That was a little bit awkward. Sorry about that. Guess it's one of those budget impacted situations. There's supposed to be some sparkly fireworks back there. It goes like whoosh, and it shimmers. And it's beautiful. Here's the confectionery, which I'm tempted to go into, but I went to the dentist the other day. As part of my preparation for the ensuing madness from all of this, I got my car looked at and I went to the dentist and I did all of this adult stuff just out of precaution. Went to the grocery store before all these closures were announced, which I'm glad that I did because there is nothing left in any of these grocery stores. Okay, I think I'm gonna go up to the train station and kind of end things up there. Seems like a reasonable place to close it out. If my camera decides to die again, that'll be awkward, but what's not awkward about this video, right? It's been a mess and a half, but it was fun to do. City Hall is undergoing some refurbishments. City Walk is too, for Universal. Like how I saved that. Geez, this is when I should have come here, like right here, just like walking into the silence of Main Street here. That would have been so nice. Okay, up the stairs. See, there's no train over here in this station because it's over in the Fantasyland station. Gonna get one more overlook of Magic Kingdom over here. Yikes, look how quiet it is. So the exception of Splash Mountain, this is kind of what the final day of operation looks like here at Magic Kingdom. Interesting. Hi, so surprise, my camera died again from overheating, but it's okay because I wanted to end the video here anyway, but I don't really have anything else to say because I just talked for about 30 minutes and I think I said enough and probably more than I should have about just everything going on in my mind about Disney, about the closures, about the impact, and about my own health and opinions on the matter, and I guess that's it. So thank you for listening if you have, and have a good couple weeks, I guess, and I hope this doesn't impact you, it doesn't negatively affect you or your families, and I hope we can all stay safe and enjoy our time here in the next couple weeks for this preventative situation that everybody's going through. So have a good day. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.